Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, stock fans out there in the universe, all over the world? My name is Jason Krutzky. It is a true pleasure to be with you all today, this very eventful day. We're super excited. Why? Because Tesla has earnings. So that's why we're here today. We're here to talk about Tesla. We're going to spend most of our time today hanging out and really digging deep into everything that we can find data-wise within the TrendSpider platform that's going to give us some sort of inkling as to where Tesla might go today after we get this earnings report. A lot of people are familiar with the TrendSpider platform. If you're a trader and you've not heard of TrendSpider, I'm shocked. I would be shocked. And when people hear about TrendSpider, they think charts. You know, you think about trading, you think about candlestick charts. TrendSpider has so much more available on it, data-wise. There's so much more information available than just simply what's on the chart. And so I want to take some time. We've got about 30 minutes until the close. I want to take some time and talk about all of the different ways that you can analyze a stock on the TrendSpider platform. And we're using Tesla as our use case for that today. Before we get started, though, I do have something fun that I want to offer to everybody who is watching today. We are going to do a Guess the Open. Guess the Open. This is not Guess the Close. This is not Guess the Close tomorrow. This is Guess the Open tomorrow morning. 7:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m., depending on what time zone you're in. When the market opens tomorrow, what is Tesla's stock price going to be? I am posting a link. I just posted it in the chat. This is going to send you to this Google form right here. Tesla earnings announcement. Throw in your email. Tell us what the opening price of the Tesla stock is going to be tomorrow morning when the market opens. We want you to be as particular and as exact as you want to be, down to the penny. So input that value, send it along. The winner is going to get some sweet merch from TrendSpider. We'll contact you once we know who won. So that's why we need your email address so that we can contact you. I will remind you guys about 5 minutes before the bell about this. And yeah, that's really it. We're going to close down submissions the second that the bell dings. Nobody will be allowed to submit their guesses for Tesla stock price after the bell rings. So keep that in mind. If you got an idea as to what you think Tesla stock price is going to be tomorrow morning, you got nothing to lose. Throw us your email address, throw us your guess, and let us know what you think. I'm anxious to see the guesses, and I'm anxious to find the winner. What's happening, Alpha NY? We do have a Discord server. Let me hit you with that Discord server real quickly. And what's up, DU? I think I know who DU is. Pleasure to see you here, sir. What's up, Ryan? Ryan says Tesla's going down. Depon says 230 ABV. Ryan Jones, 2% earnings loss. You guys, click that link that I just sent, that tiny URL link. Click that link. Send us your answers. I want to know what you guys are thinking. DU says Tesla to Mars. And yeah, that's the goal, isn't it, DU? All right, so let's talk about Tesla and let's talk about TrendSpider. We're going to talk about them together. Okay, so let's remove all of our assumptions about what we think Tesla's going to do just for a moment. Let's remove our assumptions about what the chart is showing us, what candlestick patterns or what chart patterns we think are forming. And let's dive into some of this peripheral data first. First thing I want to do, seasonality. What is seasonality? It's a pretty simple idea. Seasonality is just tells us the strength of a stock in different time frames. So we can look at the monthly seasonality. We can look at the weekly seasonality. We can look at daily. We can look at hourly. The default here is percentage change. So what this means very simply is if a stock closes green on a month, it gets a tick in the closed green on the month side. If it closes red on that same month in a different year, it gets a red tick. If 10 out of 10 years it closes green in September, the seasonality value for that percentage change is going to be 100%. So with that in mind, Tesla, since 2010, we could see it right here. Since 2010, I'm going to make this much bigger. Since 2010, weakest months of the year for Tesla, September and October. 38% win rate in September and October. That's kind of interesting. What month is it? Well, it's freaking October. We shoot over to November here and we see a 75% win rate. So since 2010, when Tesla stock IPO'd, since 2010, that's 12 years, 75% of those 12 years have been green months for the month of November. We could chalk that up to the potential for a decent earnings report here, right? If we know that October and September are historically quite weak, but we also know that November is historically actually the strongest month of the year, tied with June, 75% win rate. It would behoove us to presume that there's a decent potential here, right? Like you would want to be buying when a strong stock historically is seasonally weak, and then you would want to be selling into the strength that's to come. That's a perfect setup that we've got right here. We've got October seasonally weak, September seasonally weak. What have we seen on Tesla for all of October and September? We've seen weakness since September, 5th, where these previous highs were. We've drawn down all of the month of September and most and really kind of most of October. We're trying to hold these lower levels, but we're not talking about chart analysis here yet. We're talking about bigger, more fundamental styles of data, right? So again, all right, seasonality. That's on our side, right? Bulls want to see this. If you're bullish, this is what you want to see. You want to see seasonal weakness coming into this event, and then you want to see seasonal strength coming out of this event, which is exactly what we have here. That's good to see. All right, so seasonality, a huge tool on the TrendSpider platform. And again, like I said, you can adjust this. If you're not interested in the monthly, you can look at the weekly. We could see that the 41st week of the year, that was 2 weeks ago, that is seasonally the weakest week of the year for Tesla. What was going on with Tesla 2 weeks ago? Let's take a quick look and see. Well, 2 weeks ago, we had a nasty drawdown, right? October 3rd, week of October 3rd, nasty drawdown. Seasonally, the weakest week of the year, and true to form, it was super weak that week. Pretty interesting stuff. All right, so that's kind of seasonality. And again, like I said, you can adjust this by day of the week. Pretty even across days. Looks like Friday is its weakest day. So that's kind of interesting to see. And you can even adjust this down to hour of the day. Think about this like, there's a lot of people who trade, who buy the close, sell the open. There's a lot of strategies out there where, should you buy the open, sell the close? Should you buy the close and sell the open? This is something that you could kind of allude or something that could connect those ideas. We could see pretty easily that the first hour of the day tends to be the strongest hour of the day, 52% win rate. It reduces, and then it's about a 50-ish, 49-ish % win rate for the rest of the day. So strongest hour of the day tends to be the first hour of the day for Tesla. Okay, so that is the gist of seasonality. We've got a bunch of new people who have just arrived, and I want to make sure that we get as many guesses as possible. So for anybody who has not guessed yet, here is the link. Let's get you guys the link. Here's the link. Click that link, fill out that form, let us know your guess. Tesla's opening price tomorrow morning when the market opens. What is your guess? Winner gets some swag, some TrendSpider swag. Quick hello to everybody that just has been saying hello, and I haven't gotten to say hello. Warrior Angel, Gansito, Ryan Jones, Lori, what's happening? Hope you're good. Mike, what's up, Mike? NSM4, Nick, I think that's you, my man. How's it going? All right, so that is seasonality. Let's next look at unusual options. Now, what are unusual options? This is not every single option contract that's purchased on the open market. This is specifically bigger than $25,000 in premium, right? So these are larger orders. This is a product that many people, many other companies sell, and you can certainly buy a subscription and pay a decent amount monthly for just unusual options. Unusual options come standard with every single TrendSpider account. It's incredibly helpful to know what the big money is doing. If we open up the widget here, I'm gonna just kind of expand it. And what we see on the row that I'm scrolling here is just the big orders that are coming in as they're coming in orders. So any order above $25,000 is going to come in here, and we are going to keep track of the most recent 200 orders. So one way of analyzing this data, it's very, very simple, right? Call orders are going to be green, put orders are going to be red. What is the distribution of green to red? Is it even? Is it slanted more green? Is it slanted more red? Just being able to see that visually can give you a little bit of an understanding of the potential for where price might be kind of, where big players might be wanting price to be pushed, right? So we can very quickly scroll through here and we can see, some green, some red, relatively even distribution from what I can tell. It's not overwhelmingly red, overwhelmingly green. It is a pretty even distribution on the orders that are coming in today. Now, up here, we have this dot plot graph, and this dot plot graph allows us to see all of the biggest orders and also the distribution of those orders in a number of different ways. So from left to right, we're seeing time, right? We're seeing the expiry for the options contracts. On the left-hand side, you've got October of 2022 right now. And then on the right-hand side, you've got all the way out to May of 2025. And it's going to vary for different names, and different names have different liquidity as far as contracts and when those contracts are set to expire. But for Tesla, obviously, a very liquid name. So we have contracts that go out up to 3 years. Now, each dot represents an individual order. The red dots obviously are the puts. The green dots are obviously the calls. So let's look at this and do we see an even distribution here? I'm going to leave it to you guys to decide. Are we seeing an even distribution? Does it look like there are more calls than puts? Does it look like there are more puts than calls? And also, what is the distribution of the puts and the calls, right? Like where are the green dots versus where are the red dots? And what I see initially, and maybe you guys will agree with me here, what I see is a kind of amassing of calls in the near term, but then looking further and further out in time, and it's mostly just put city, right? We see that the most of the puts are kind of living in this March 2023 area. And then as we go out, again, more puts as we go further out into July 2024, some few outliers here for January 2025. But in the near term, remember, we're trying to develop an idea of where we think Tesla is going to go today, right? Simply just today. We're not so interested in tomorrow, or rather, well, we're interested in tomorrow, but we're not so interested in like January or 2024. We want to know what the market is saying about where Tesla stock price will be after the earnings report. And we could see there is a kind of amalgamation of, I don't know if that's the right word, but of calls stacked up over the next month or so, right? So up here at the top, we can filter by expiration date, we can filter by premium, and we can filter by strike price. So one thing that I'd like to do is I'd like to first remove all of the stuff that's way out into the future. That stuff matters, but for this particular show, I don't care as much. So now I've just removed everything past 2023, right? This is just up until December of this year. What looks different? Well, what looks different now, to my eye, is those contracts in the near term. It looks a little bit more even. It's kind of hard to tell. So now what I'll like to do is I'll take the premium bar and I'll slide it up. $25,000 for you and me, for us normal retail traders, that's kind of a lot of money. But for a big hedge fund that's managing millions or hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, that is a drop in the bucket, right? They could be hedging. $25,000 is piddly. So what I like to do is I like to take the premium and I like to slide the slider bar up to see where the biggest contracts are, the biggest money, the biggest premium amounts are. So I've just adjusted it to about $225,000, and the puts are gone, right? So now it's only calls that we're seeing here. Now, again, like I said, we're just covering the past 200. There is the potential that we're not seeing everything that's out there, but this is pretty interesting to see that on the put side, there's not really anything there coming into expiry this week. It's really just on the call side for these larger premiums. We could adjust also by strike price. $83 for Tesla is a stretch, at least for now. Maybe we want to see just kind of 150 and up, right? If we're technical analysts, maybe 150 is a big level for us. We want to just see 150 and up. All right, so it still looks pretty similar. Essentially what I'm trying to get at here is you can filter this to whatever makes sense for you. And that's what's really important. That's kind of what I'm wanting to highlight. And it's interesting to see now that really what we're seeing so far based off seasonality, based off the unusual options data, is it kind of feels like the market is a little bit more positioned for Tesla to gain on this earnings report than it is for Tesla to fail on this earnings report. That's kind of interesting, especially considering where Tesla is technically on the chart. All right, so that's unusual options. Next thing we can look at, I want to look at an interesting data point that we have. In other data, it's called analyst estimates. So analyst estimates are exactly what it sounds like. Analysts from big firms, from banks, from hedge funds, from all over the place, they give their estimates on what they think a stock is going to do at any given time. And we can see those estimates in real time forming on the bottom of the chart here. You're going to see green B's, you're going to see gray H's, you're going to see red S's. The B's are buys. So it's a estimate. It's a analyst saying that they think the stock is a buy. The gray is a hold. That's an H. And then S is a sell. So that's an analyst saying that a stock is a sell. If a block is all one color, that's a reiteration of a previous estimate. So like this particular block right here, it's a green buy. This person, Adam Jones from Morgan Stanley, confirms it's a buy. So he didn't upgrade, he didn't downgrade. He just reiterated. He said, I thought it was a buy before. I think it's a buy now. Generally, I like to look at these on the daily time frame so I can kind of see them coming in real time. And what do we have over the past couple of weeks here as Tesla stock price has retreated and kind of made new lows against those May lows? We've got a lot of analysts coming in and saying it's a buy. And these analysts are no slouches, right? We've got Alexander Potter from Piper Sandler. He confirms it's a buy. We've got William Stein from Truist. That's another big bank in the Southeast. We've got Goldman Sachs saying it's a buy. We've got Mizuno saying it's a buy. We've got Morgan Stanley saying it's a buy. These are big, giant banks all reiterating that this is a buy. And they're reiterating it after a reduction, a price reduction of what? 30%, 35% from peak to trough. That's pretty good to see, you know? Again, we're just trying to understand what we think Tesla stock price is going to do. So this is just feeding our understanding, right? As we're just trying to gauge what the street really thinks so that we can make the best trading decision that we can make. We are 10 minutes away from the earnings. I want to send this link once more, you guys, to anybody who is here who I did not get your vote. I require your vote. There are 105 of you here, and I want 105 votes. Damn it. Give me 105 votes. Here is the link. Fill this out. We just need your email address, and we want you to be exact. We don't want you to tell us like between 280 and 250. We want you to tell us 241.69, right? Like we want a very specific number. The closest number is going to win a TrendSpider swag pack. We will find out who the winner is at 7:30 or at the bell. It's 7:30 for me. If you're in the East Coast, it's 9:30 for you. If you're somewhere else in the world, it may be some totally different time for you. But I really want a bunch of votes. What's up, Crypto Paradigm? How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Mr. Mike says 188 daily gap plus major trend test below. Bradley, all in short from 205. Are you really, Brad? I don't know if I believe you on that. Let's see. Lissandro, 198.56. Get that vote in, Lissandro. You have 9 minutes to do that. Joe Daddy, what's up, Joe Daddy? How's it going? What's up, David Yoakum, Braden Trender? What's up, man? I want to say, like, this is a good chunk of the TrendSpider team in the house today. So big props to all my homies from the TrendSpider team, Mr. David Yoakum, Mr. Braden Trender. What's up, Brad? DU, quietly DU over there. SDW, what's happening, man? What's happening? Hope you're doing good. He says he's winning the swag pack. So, get your targets in there. Get your guesses in there. We want to know what you're thinking. All right, so let's talk about the chart. Actually, hold on one second. Let me think about this. We've got insider trading. This is another big one. I want to talk about insider trading because insiders are obviously, they're going to know way more about this company and this stock and where this stock is headed than any of us plebes, right? Like, these guys have the inside track. They are privy to all of the information. When these guys are selling, it's something interesting. Now, it could be argued, and it should be argued, that buying is more interesting than selling. And what I mean by that is when insiders buy, they tend to for one particular reason. They tend to because they think the stock is going to go up. So you can think of this in two different ways, right? We can look at the selling and we can say, okay, we've got some insiders that are selling. We can see it right here. The last insider sold October 4th. Looks like they made about $1 million on that sale. They sold 4,000 shares. This is the chief financial officer selling these shares. It's $1 million. Chief CFO at Tesla, $1 million to that person is probably not that much money. Maybe we don't give that a ton of credence, right? Insiders can sell for all kinds of different reasons. They can sell because they want to buy a new house, or because they got to pay alimony, or because they're, maybe they're taking their paycheck. They can sell for all kinds of reasons, but they only buy for one reason. That's because they think the stock is going to go up. So we can look at all this selling and we could say, that's kind of negative, because all we see, as I scroll down through April, we're getting into March here, we're getting into December of last year, we're getting into November of last year, we're getting into October. We've got this back to October 18th of last year. So 1 year ago. What is missing from this picture? What's missing from this picture is anybody buying, right? So that's kind of interesting. Nobody's really been buying stock. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean anything bad, but it is kind of interesting that nobody's been buying. Another thing that we can do here is we can filter the insiders. So, for example, let's see what Musk is up to. Well, Musk hasn't really done much over the past 2 months. Last time he sold August 9th. $17.3 million worth of shares. But in August, man, this guy cleaned up, didn't he? To the tune of like almost $100 million, $75 million, something like that. Not that that's really that much money for him, but That's kind of interesting to see. He hasn't sold any in a while. He's buying Twitter. Does he need to sell Tesla stock to buy Twitter? I don't know. He hasn't been selling in the past 2 months. All right, you guys, we are 5 minutes away. 5 minutes away. 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning. Get your picks in. I really want a lot of guesses here. So get your picks in. We're going paste. We're sending it one more time. Click that link. Get your picks in. Oh, Crypto Paradigm is going to use Tesla shares as collateral. Yeah, there you go. Well, that would make sense why he wouldn't be selling any then, huh? He wanted to share the shares, didn't want to be greedy. Yeah, you know, that could be it. Bullish selling. Big trust in Elon from David Yoakum. MOC final look around 300 million on the sell side. Time to get stinky, Mike says. Steve Gravel says 245 tomorrow. Steve Gravel looking for a 5% gainer. All right, let's go. Now everybody's talking about the big Head and Shoulders on the monthly. And maybe Mike, you know, Mike, you're a big price action guy. I learned a lot about price action from our friend Mike in the chat. It's my understanding that you have to take out a low for this to be like a proper Head and Shoulders. Mike, would you agree? I'm really curious about this. Options priced in a 9% move. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Head and Shoulders, knees and toes. I've heard lots of people talking about Head and Shoulders on this thing. I've heard lots of people talking about this bad mother trend line right here. You know, some people are into the diagonals. Some people are not. We got 4 minutes until the bell. We got 109 folks. Y'all get your votes in. Again, to repeat, we are voting on Tesla's stock price, the opening price tomorrow morning at the bell. Be specific. Don't give me no range. I don't want a range. Don't be silly. We're trying to win TrendSpider swag here. Don't you want some TrendSpider swag? If you do, place your bets. Give us your best guess. NSM says 182 by the open. You know, I'm not going to lie. I have my eye right in here. 150 bucks. I'm not saying it's going 150 bucks tomorrow, but that's where I got my eye. 250 at the open from John Stanton. Eric says 240. You guys get your votes in. M Power says 200. Warrior Angel. Warrior Angel. I cannot disclose exactly what we're going to give away because it's going to depend on your size. It's going to depend on your size. So if you tell me that you're a small, a medium, or a large, you might get one thing. And if you tell me that you're an extra large or a double extra large, you might get a different thing. But it's going to be TrendSpider swag, and it's going to be sweet, and it's going to be free if you win. So get your votes in. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the bell. 2 minutes to the bell. I'm closing this thing. I'm going to close this sheet. It's going to be locked forever. Bradley gets the ebook. Sahil, earnings probably flat. All right, that's a hot take. Extra large size 14 shoes. TrendSpider sneakers. That'd be tight. TrendSpider slippers would be sweet. I'd wear those every day. Wool socks. And a melly? What's a melly, Tyrell? Is that like a knit cap? Jacob Shanks says 234. Lori, 260 at the open. That's a hot take. All right. Melanzana. What is Melanzana? I don't know what that is. Options pricing at a relatively small move. Yeah, Mike mentioned that too. Said it was about 2. Colorado stuff. I'm Colorado. I live in Boulder. I don't know anything about Melanzana. You gotta educate me, Tyrell. I should know about this. I've been here for 3 years and I've never heard of this. 1 minute. 1 minute. Get your votes in. Broomfield, what up? Young Beast submitted it. Tyrell, you were not affected by the fire, right? Earlier this year? I hope not. All right, it's 2 p.m. We're closing the form. If you didn't submit, you missed out. 24? Man, you guys messed up. There's 120 y'all here and only 24 y'all. All right, well, that's that. I'm anxious to see what we get. Looks like the dispersion of guesses is pretty wide. 165 to 260. Interesting. Cool. All right, well, let me pop over here. We're going to go to the small time frames. We're going to throw on after hours. And we're just going to hang out here and watch. Turn this bad boy off. Cannon City. Is it Victor? Is it Cannon or Canyon? There's an Enye over the N on Cannon City. No, Canyon City. Nice, Tyrell. So glad to hear that. That was such a scary day. Mark, you missed it. Chad Candle incoming. Big Dave. Warrior Angel said 187. Now, I did see right before I started the stream, I did see Elon text or tweeted something about how he'll never let us down or something like that. Is that right? Did you guys see this? Got it, Victor. I like Canyon City. I think that's how it should be because that's how it's spelled. What's up, Empower? Okay, so you guys did see that. What was that all about? Do you think, is that, I heard some people talking about how that was kind of like not super kosher for him to say something like that. Right, Lori, that's kind of where my head was at. Gap down to Tycoon. I hope you're not positioned for that to happen. One thought that I had was with Netflix being such a mover yesterday, it might get market participants excited and maybe a little trigger happy about Tesla. You know, sometimes you get these big moves from big names, and then the next big name, you kind of anticipate they're going to get a big move, and then it doesn't. He won't let us down next time. Tweet was exit liquidity before a big miss. Do you think we're going to see a filing, an Elon Musk filing here in the next couple of days? Going to show up in the insider selling. Elon Musk sold $1.2 billion worth of shares. 30 minutes till the report? Aw. Well, I'm hanging out with you guys. And Tesla's usually late. Well, what else have we got to do this afternoon, Big Mike? Anthony Nesser, what's up? Buy the dip if it dips. The problem about buying the dip is that it's hard to know when it's going to stop dipping. Mike's over there partying. Hopefully San Diego has cooled, or Southern California has cooled off for you over the past weeks. It's been a minute since we've talked Southern California weather. SDW's afternoons are exclusively reserved for Elon. That's really sweet, SDW. That's super nice of you to give him your afternoons. What do you guys do in the afternoons? OC's been perfecto. That's what's up. I'm glad to hear that. I know that you've been roasting there. Victor, if you signed up for the guests, we'll have your email. SDW, hanging out with Elon and Jason. It feels really good to be included as part of your afternoon time. So big thank you to Oh, hey, yo, Mike, you said 30 minutes. You said 30 minutes, and you also said they were going to be late. Do you see how I had to do that? I had to, the bar went off the screen. All red for you, Mark. Man, tomorrow is a new day. Do not let it get in your head. We all have crappy trading days. You can follow me on Twitter, and you can follow my trading journey. I post my returns every single day. And you'll see, I have some lousy days. I have more lousy days than I have good ones. Trading's hard, man. So we got a little up, we got a little down. Let me do this real quick. Sorry, I'm going to turn it off. I promise. I just want to see volume. Oh. What the stock doing? Lori, I'm sorry to hear that. NQ is nuking. I'm looking at the E-mini here on a different screen. It's chilling. And it's not great, but it's chilling. Just came into VWAP and getting rejected on ES. This is better than CPI. I tend to agree. Oh, here we go. All right, 214 now. Dang, y'all. Pretty volatile. Have they announced yet, though? Warrior Angel is an extra large. If you get it right, we'll find out. Victor, let's go. Jade, what's 105? Oh, EPS 95 cents versus 105 estimate. We are dumping here. 207, 206. Yikes. Well, Lori, I'm pretty sure that you had the highest guess. 260. So big props to Lori for coming in at the very top. I think that was you. M Powers thinks he won it, huh? Well, it's not about where we're at right now, y'all. It's about where we are tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. I had some puts earlier, but I dumped them before this live stream started. Alpha said 208. We're trading 210. A lot can happen between now and tomorrow morning at the bell. Unusual Whales says what? 21.45 billion versus 21.96 billion estimate. So really a very light difference between what was estimated and what they reported. Carlos, don't say that, man. We don't want that. Mark, what platform do I use? Is this a real question? Yo, I use TrendSpider 100% of the time. Other sources cite 24.45 billion. Yeah, you know, the numbers that come out, sometimes there's a little bit of give on them across different publications and things. I try not to assume that anybody's got it just right, but usually, you know, it's somewhere in the neighborhood. Yeah, Empower. You nailed it, sir. Yeah, Alpha, you think they're going to announce a buyback? That would be kind of interesting. Yes, sir, Mark. TrendSpider all day long. Are you a TrendSpider user? How many, actually, I have a good question for you guys. How many non-TrendSpider users are in the house right now? How many we got? If you are not a TrendSpider user, no shame. It's all good. We get it. But I want to know. What's up, Sonia? Hope you're good. Oh, Empower, you enjoyed it? You watched it? Awesome, man. Or not, man. I don't know. You might be a woman. But thank you for watching that. That was super, super fun. I loved Spot Gamma. Whew. His presentation was so on point. Matt Caruso too. Matt Caruso's was really cool. We're really excited to have, I'm really excited to have his indicator on the platform. I don't know if you've played around with it yet, but that net new highs, new lows is really, really cool. A lot of nuggets in there for sure. Mark is a user. Tight. Do I have a link to the recording? Yeah, let me get you, girl. Hold on. Give me 1 second. It's pretty long. I'm not going to lie to you. But it is chock full of really cool analysis. Now, keep in mind, it was pre-recorded, so even though it premiered last weekend, some of the TA guys are looking at charts that were like a couple of days, maybe 5 days or something old when we premiered it. Here you go, Lori. I got you. There you go. That's it. The ultimate macro analysis coming into 2023. We tried to get a nice wide range of guests, people who did TA, people who were more fundamental based, people who had big macro views on things. 9.5% move on Tesla after hours, which is basically what options priced in. There you go. Is it really 9.5%? Yeah, 9.7 top to bottom. Wow. Really, having a good understanding of the options market is a wildly powerful way of doing your analysis. You're very, very welcome, Lori. No problem at all. Give it a watch. Cut it up into parts. Can you change your vote? No, sir. You cannot, Dipon. Sorry, brother. We'll do this again, though. We ain't going to stop doing these. All right. So, I have not. See me on Benzinga. MD, what are you talking about? Well, Chris, so the options market was pricing in about a 9.5%, 10% move. So then you think about, all right, well, what's 9.5%, 10% from where we're at right now? Oh, these spam bots. Got to get them out of here. Alpha, much respect to you too. To everybody who, well, actually, I haven't even, nobody has said that they weren't a TrendSpider user, but I know that you guys aren't all TrendSpider users. Come on, let's get real. But maybe you want to be. We sure would love to welcome you onto the platform with open arms. And with that in mind, let me hook you guys up. There's your 35% discount. Any plan of your choice, monthly or yearly, 7-day free trials. No reason not to give it a shot. Warrior Angel, what up? You follow me on Twitter. Thanks. I appreciate it. If anybody's interested in following me on Twitter, you can. My Twitter handle is, let's see, I'm so bad at doing this. Is it this way? Is it? No, it's this way. Yeah. My Twitter handle is right there. Feel free to give me a follow. You're not a TrendSpider user? Come on, bro. Vincent. We're neighbors. Use that link. Use that link. Give it a try. Chad. Bro, I don't think we're neighbors. I don't know if we're neighbors. We might be. Me and Vincent are. Almost. We're state neighbors. Well, no, we're like county neighbors. But yes, please feel free to give this a try. Nest Egg, yes, we have free trials for all of our users at all times. 7 days free. And during that 7-day free trial, we really try and like take as good a care of you as we can. I mean, even after the trial. If you have any questions about the platform, you can reach out to us in chat. This button right here, bottom right-hand corner. Where's my cursor? I've got so many screens over here, I lose my cursor. Contact us. This button right here, this is a live feed into our chat room, our employee chat room. So we have live employees in chat every day, Monday through Sunday. Monday through Friday, they're there about 20 hours a day. Saturday and Sunday, about 8 hours per day. And these are live people. These are live people. This is Matt. This is Justin. This is our founder, Dan. He even goes in and hangs out in chat from time to time, answers questions. If you've got questions about the platform, you need help in any way, shape, or form in the platform, we have live people every single day there answering your questions. So do not hesitate to reach out to them. James as well. James, hit up our man James. James got a big promotion today. Everybody shout out James for his big promotion today. Real proud of you, homie. Very, very, very congratulations to you. Everybody shout out James on his promotion. Yeah, we're stoked. We're stoked to have James on the team. Victor, let's go. A quick intro guide to use TrendSpider. What is this? What are you asking, Alpha? Is this a question? Minnesota boy. Okay. One of my best friends in town is from Minnesota. So in that way, that's something. Oh, you're on Brocco's Discord. Sweet. So Chad, did you check out the masterclass that we did with Brocco a couple weeks ago? Were you part of that? Were you there? Hey, Chris, your question regarding options. Maybe Mike can help you. Mike, if you're still here. Yeah, Lori, you enjoyed it. Cool. You were there. That's awesome. Chad, were you there for the masterclass? The reason I ask, I'm curious how you guys, did you guys enjoy this new format of masterclass? You know, previously what we were doing chart requests, and we would have traders on. I'm sure some of you guys hung out and watched some of those with us. We had chart requests, and traders would come on, and guests could, people who were viewing could request tickers. We're going to keep doing some of that, but we wanted to try something new. So we recently had our good friend Brocco come on, and he gave us a masterclass on all the different styles of trades that he takes throughout the day. So he kind of walked us through a bunch of different, it was like, I think 6 different setups. There was kind of like 3 setups, bullish and bearish versions of those setups. It was really cool to learn a bit more about how other people trade. And we're going to keep on doing them. We actually have another one coming up. I cannot tell you too much about it, but it is next Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night, we're going to be doing another one. Oh, Chad. All right. Hold on. Let me hook you up then, man. If you missed it, we did record it. Let me get you that. I got you. Awesome, Lori. I'm glad you liked it. I really liked it too. It's fun to learn that kind of way. So Tesla regaining what it lost so far, coming back into its closing price. Pretty close. Couple bucks, $4 away from its closing price. Okay, tight. You did see it. Great. Victor, well, we'll be happy to have you, man. I'm stoked to have you on the platform. Like I said, if you have questions about how to utilize it, do not hesitate to hit us up in the chat. We're happy to help you there. And then also, you guys, we offer free one-on-one trainings for all of our users as well. So one-on-one training on how to utilize the platform. It's not a, how to trade, but it's how to utilize the platform. And anybody can access those. They're free. They're 45 minutes long. And the way that you do that is you click on your name, top right corner here, and you scroll down to where it says schedule training. You don't see it on my side. Actually, you know what? It may be in here now. I actually don't know. So I should probably find that out before I go talking about it. This is a brand new button here, this little question mark button. So the training actually may be in here now. James would know. If James is still here, James will be able to tell me. The reason why I can't tell you is because I am an employee, so I can't have a session, or I don't have the session on. I don't have the session capability on my site. You do have a link to our Discord here, though. Somebody was asking about a Discord. I know I sent the link, but then also you can join it here, too. There's a bunch of instructional stuff, the TrendSpider University videos, the documents and the knowledge base, and so on and so forth. So we got 24 votes in. Not bad. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted 100-something votes, but we got 24 votes in. So that's cool. Appreciate you guys voting. You missed the IBM perfect swing, sir. I'm sorry. Maybe you get another shot at it. So what are we thinking, guys? We're thinking of winding this thing down. Kind of a nothing burger a little bit. Had a little bit of action there, and now it's kind of a little bit of a nothing burger. Just quickly look where it kissed the daily. Okay, let's see. We'll do this for Mike real quick. IBM. Hold up. Teslimba. Ooh, big move from IBM today. I had a line drawn there. It did kiss it, huh? You talking about this bad boy, right, y'all? Pew! 129.92. Pretty nice little spot. Elon selling Twitter shares to buy the dip on Tesla. Yeah, what is Twitter doing right now, actually? Is Twitter even affected by this? Twitter is affected by this. Hold on, no. Never mind. That's the wrong time frame. Yeah, Twitter doesn't care. Let's actually do something real quick. I want to see something. I want to see past couple earnings reactions, kind of where we've been to. This was something I meant to touch on beforehand, but then we got into the earnings. So I've got earnings turned on here on the platform. So I'm just looking back. Actually, let's do this. So this was this the first miss in a while? Earnings per share reported as 6.62. Earnings surprise. Yeah, so the past 5 earnings dates have been surprises. No, more than that. I wonder if this would be considered a surprise. I really don't know. Mr. Hedge Fund, what's that? What's the name of the new indicator again? Oh, yes, market breadth. It's in other data. Dude, this is so cool. It's right here, market breadth. There's a bunch of different things you could do with this, but the newest thing that we've added to this is this new net highs and lows. And why I kind of find this really interesting is really pretty simple. If an index is making, if the individual names in an index, if the number of names making new highs is increasing, that's generally going to be a risk on environment. If the number of names making new lows is increasing, that's going to be a risk off environment, right? So like everybody is wanting to know when it's going to be safe to get back into the market, right? And that makes a lot of sense. Why wouldn't everybody be wanting to know that? Well, one really decent indicator for making that determination is, are the individual names, is the amount of net lows increasing? Is the amount of net highs increasing? And are there more net highs or net lows? And we could see that instantly with this market breadth indicator. And I'll kind of just highlight this for you. So if we look at everything for the past, up until about May of last year, we were above the zero line, meaning there were more names making new highs than making new lows, period. But then also you can see that when those highs increase, when there are new highs being made in new highs, cumulative, right? So you had a high right here in September 2020. You had another high. You had a new high November 9th of 2020. And then you had another new high May 10th of 2021. So May 10th, 2021 on the S&P 500 was the peak for new highs. After that day, and we could go to the SPY chart so we can kind of like look at where SPY was after that. SPY managed to rally quite a bit off of that, right? It's right here. But that's when new highs, the number of new highs stopped increasing, right? And then come April of this year, that number flipped, right? So the flip was kind of a clue. This is a big change in just the general reality of what's under the hood in this index, right? You can see it very clear. You go from more names making new highs to more names making new lows. And this value has continued to edge lower and lower. We had a little, it tried to take it back on the move here in August, and then it failed it again, and now we're still below the zero line. So we're watching this to kind of gauge, when does the selling stop, right? When do the new lows stop? When do more names start making new highs? If you click on this, you can change the list too. So like, for example, NASDAQ, NMS. Let's look at the NASDAQ NMS. Well, NASDAQ NMS, I mean, this is pretty insane, Mr. Hedge Fund. This is pretty insane because we were above the zero line, all through 2020, 2021. And then November 17th of 2021, we flipped. How far from the high? How many days from the high is November 17th? Like a month? 32 bars. And we still did manage to gain 2.2%. So this signaled us 2.2% from the highs that something was amiss. Now, we had seen these signals before, to be fair. We had seen them before. We had seen it flip here, right? You can see all the little spots where it kind of flipped, but it immediately regained. So a flip isn't necessarily like an immediate let's go short or let's go long, but this prolonged period, and maybe even like this retest, you make a low and then you retest and it fails and you start failing again. That could be potentially a time to start thinking about like, oh, hey, it might be about time to go short. And had you done that, man, you would have been within weeks of the high. That's insane. That's insane. So, you know, one thing to think about, the way that I've been thinking about it, I've been thinking about it in the sense of like the same way that I use RSI, I'm looking for divergences. So, you know, if we make a new low in an index, like let me go to NASDAQ here, or let me go to QQQ. Excuse me. So we have divergence, right? We made a new low on QQQ, right, from October 3rd to October 13th, but we actually made higher lows on the net new low. So there were less names making new lows, even though the index made a new low. So that's telling you that under the hood, things are a smidge stronger than what the index is suggesting. That's a tell, right? RSI kind of did the same thing. You got a higher low on RSI across those lower lows. So maybe, like I was saying, maybe what we're looking for here, at least what I'm kind of looking for, just one thing that's going to get my gears turning about like, hey, there's potential that we actually might be coming out of this thing, is I'm going to be looking for the net new highs, for the net new lows value to flip, right? You want to see it flip from negative to positive, but then you also wanted to see it go positive, come back, and then hold and bounce, right? We kind of want to see the same type of thing, like old resistance becomes new support. You hear that day in and day out all over the place. So this is how I'm thinking about it. You could also use this for, like, for example, let's go to actually energy. We'll go energy sector. You know, obviously energy sector's been struggling a little bit lately. Let's go to XLE. Did this signal, like, look at this. Look at the flip on the highs. That's insane. That's a pretty easy indicator to kind of keep in your back pocket. So I'm super stoked about this. I think this market breadth indicator is super cool. Well, guys, all right, so let me go back to Tesla real quick. Where are we at with Tesla? Does anybody have, I'm going to be signing off here soon. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Is anybody curious about anything? Are there any questions I can answer before I get out of here? Questions about the TrendSpider platform or anything like that? I would love to be helpful if I can be. So if anybody's got anything for me, hit me up real quick. I'm going to share real quickly one last time. Again, for anybody who's not yet a TrendSpider user, there's a 35% discount on any plan of your choice. This is a very good deal. You're very welcome, Mr. Hedge Fund. I love that indicator. I'm stoked that you asked about it. Thank you. 35% discount, any plan of your choice, monthly or yearly. It's going to be good for up to 12 months. And like I said, free 7-day trial. And between you guys and me and the wall, you can even like ask for a little bit of extra trial time. So like if you're, you know, you sign up and then you kind of forget to look at it for a couple of days and you miss half your trial, hit us up in chat and say, hey, can I get an extra week? And we'll hook you up. Warrior Angel, I enjoyed hanging out with you. Thank you for being here. Glad that you were right on this one. I'm really anxious to see who wins. I'm really anxious to see how close the winner gets. I guess we should decide how it's going to work if you overshoot or if you undershoot. Do you guys have an opinion about this? Should it just be simply the person who's the closest? I think that's what it should be, even if they overshoot just a little bit. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. I don't need y'all's opinions. That's what I'm going to go with. Person who's the closest, period. This isn't the Price is Right here. Isn't that how they did it in The Price is Right? I think it's like if you overshot on your guess, you lost or something. That seems, I don't know. Every time I watched The Price is Right, I was like sick, so I only like half watched it. Many years ago. Some people here probably don't even know what The Price is Right is. Poor folks. What's up, D-Wayne? Dwayne. Yo, what? Dwayne, you hit me with these questions. I'm about to get out of here. Hit me up in chat. We can talk about it. Or hit me up on Slack. We'll talk about it. Lissandro, what up? All right, y'all, so I'm going to get out of here, like I said. But before I do, again, you've got that discount code. If you're interested in being a subscriber on the platform, would love to have you on. Chris, my man, thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure. Next Wednesday night, it's I don't want to say it's a tentative plan because I think it's not tentative. I think we're doing it, but I can't tell you all the details. But we're having another masterclass. So be on the lookout for that. If you don't follow TrendSpider on Twitter, go ahead and do that now. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should have done that an hour ago. But I'll be talking about it in Twitter, or rather, TrendSpider Twitter will also be talking about it. Lissandra, thank you. Lori, thank you. What time Wednesday night? Now that is a studly question. Let me see real quick. Looks like 7:30 Eastern time. If you can make it, we'd love to have you. If you can't, we're going to be filming it. So it'll be on YouTube regardless of whether you can make it or not. You can watch it anytime. Oh, it's 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, well, why is it? Oh, right, because it's on my... I'm sorry, guys. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time, y'all. 8 p.m. Eastern time. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It says 7:30 on my calendar because I get there half an hour early. I'm so unprofessional over here, not knowing my times. I apologize. Well, okay, guys, for real. I'm going to get out of here. 8 p.m. Eastern time next Wednesday. Masterclass with a very secret special trader. I can't wait. I'm going to be looking forward to it. Gansito. Bro, it's right on my screen. It's trading 215.74. It ain't doing nothing. Diddly squat is what's happening with it. It actually did, though. It did, from high to low, it did lose 9.5%. So it's not that it didn't do anything. It just didn't do all the things. But again, we don't know what's going to happen overnight. We don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. So we'll see. We'll find out tomorrow. I'm going to pick our winner tomorrow. I'll tweet about it too. And then we'll hit you up. To everybody who voted, thank you for voting. And we will hit you up if you won. And we'll hook you up with some sweet TrendSpider swag. So again, with that, I'm going to get out of here. It has been so much fun hanging out with you guys today. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to do it again. We'll do it again next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Sadie, 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. Eastern time next Wednesday. Masterclass. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. We'll see you very soon. Trade them well. Be safe out there. And holler if you need me. Hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions for me. Hit us up in the chat if you have any questions about TrendSpider. You can hit me up on Twitter about TrendSpider questions too. I'm happy to help however I can. So have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Be well. See you soon. Bye.